Okay, let's talk about The Voice Nigeria now. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
yes.
it's the one that's on now.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. People are loving it.
Yeah.
Any stories you can tell us behind the scenes about
Oh.
who's progressing and who's winning? And
Well, I think everybody is doing such a great job.
Yeah.
The show is such an amazing format because it's not just about, it's not about laughing at people who can't sing or, people that have a dream that you feel, will never actually actualize. It's about, people's actual stories and meeting people who actually have talent, because they don't really put people through who don't have what it takes to become The Voice. Yeah, you don't even know who's good, who's bad, because everybody just is of good, they can actually hold a note.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say, behind, backstage anyway,
you work with Ike, of course.
Yeah, he's great. It's crazy though, because you just meet all these young people and they have so many stories, and you just remember, like, there's so much more to life, and there's so many things you should be grateful for. There's some talent that don't even have they don't have one parent, talk less of two. They're maybe like an orphan. They've struggled. They're looking after their whole, all of their siblings. It's just like, it's very touching, and I break down a lot. I cry a lot. They started calling me crybaby.
Do you have a favorite yet?
No, not yet. I don't think I'm allowed to.
What about the judges? Who's your favorite judge? You have to have a.
Yeah, they're called coaches. We're not allowed to call them judges because they coach.
You have to have it. Come on, you're human.
But they're all different. That's why. Okay, Patarankin makes me laugh because he's just Patarankin. He'll take everybody to the, what's that thing he says? Pacific and Atlantic. Yes, and then Timmy Dakolo, he seriously should try comedy. Like, if this music thing, at one point he gets tired, he's hilarious. He's too funny. Then Waje's like the, women empowerment, women should stick together. And of course, Two-Face, Baba is just always laid back. He's like, you want to be on this team.
He's the old guy.
Yeah, he's the old guy. He doesn't talk too much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like him. Then IK, of course, we just have our shenanigans backstage.
So looking forward to how that unfolds. Back to interview now. You do a lot of interviews. I mean, you speak with celebrities, you speak with ordinary people. Who are some of your favorite interviews? What are some of your favorite interviews so far?
I think, I enjoy interviewing people like the band,
Ball of energy.
Yeah, because he's just, so like, it's just, it's a lot of energy in the room. But, and then I also like interviewing people who are laid back, like Baba, and then people like Omaumi, Waje, I think, and also people like Olamide, because he always puts me on he always puts me on blast, He's always just like, Kilon saw. Talk, say something. I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't do this to me now, John through alone. And
are you used to all of that now, though? I mean, with going back to the accent, are you used to it now? Does this still get to you when you hear those comments?
No, it doesn't get to me. It doesn't get to me because I just feel like people think it's something they can use to get to me, but it doesn't, because it's just like, okay, me too. I can try and tone it down sometimes, but it's just the same way. I would laugh at you if you tried to put on an accent. So don't say that, I'm putting on an accent, because you wouldn't like it if you actually genuinely have a Nigerian accent and I say to you, oh, why do you sound like that? It's kind of rude, actually. And I think people should let returnees be. I'm not saying that, all accents should be accepted if they're some people put on accents, right? That people, and I think it's those people that put on accents are the ones that ruined it for people with real accents. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so, what was I again? Yeah.
You were somewhere.
I was somewhere.
Yeah. So, do you think somewhere in you that maybe the fact that you speak the way you do has gotten you where you are? There must be some way where you feel like, maybe I got that because they like the way I sound. Because we've heard stories about certain radio stations wanting certain people to sound a certain way, which is why people put up an accent.
Yeah.
So is there part of you that feels like, maybe I did get so and so job because I sound the way I do?
Yeah, I know what you mean, and honestly speaking, it would be really nice if it was just my lovely, bubbly self and smiley and whatever. But I do understand the way the structure is in Nigeria. At some point, so people do like to hear certain accents. They prefer certain accents on radio stations, which I think is it's wrong and it's bad. And it's people like to be patriotic when it's time to be, but at the end of the day, this is the Nigerian accent is a Nigerian accent, and it should be appreciated and accepted, and you shouldn't want something that's foreign, because that's not Nigerian, it's not authentic. So really and truly, there shouldn't be so many accents. I think there should just be, you know, a pool of people with talent, and it shouldn't, doing their work. So you have a British accent, you're Nigerian, fine. You have a Nigerian accent, fine. Because I always tell people who want to be presenters that don't be something you're not, just be yourself, because an original is worth so much more than a counterfeit. Yeah, but
hard in the streets.
yeah, but who am I with an accent to say that, right?
Quickly back to your job now. What's the worst interview you've had? Who's the worst person you've ever interviewed?
Oh.
Or most uncomfortable? Or most boring? Like the one interview like you always want to forget about?
No, I don't. See, I actually don't think I have that. But the most uncomfortable, I would say.
Who's your least favorite person to interview?
Sometimes I think, I don't know. Maybe people that give you one-word answers as replies. Like they just say, you know,
make it harder for you.
Yeah,
have you
those
had that
kind
one?
of people.
Who was that?
I don't. Okay, you know what? I actually ran up on Nicki Minaj one time, and I interviewed her at a basketball game, and I just slid underneath her security, and I was like, "Hey, Nicki, sorry, just one question, real quick." And she was like, doing her makeup. She looked at me like, "Girl, you did not just," like, and I'm like, "Please," I'm just a little girl from. And she answered me. She actually answered, and but I was very uncomfortable because I was wearing heels. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to go now, but before we go, I have to ask the most important question of the day. Who are you in a relationship? Because we never seem to hear that part of you. Because I'm sure you are.
Who? Oh.
Fine girl in Lagos. I mean, come on.
Well, you'd be shocked. There's a lot of girls fine.
But you're not single, are you?
I'm actually single now. I wasn't single a couple weeks ago.
You just broke up?
Yeah.
Did it have anything to do with fuel? Or tomatoes?
No, but yeah, it had to do with waking up and realization. And you know, the whole domestic violence thing that went on and things like that. You just kind of realize that you don't want to be, not that situation. No, not that person, but you don't want to see things, and it may not be domestic violence or emotional violence or emotional abuse, but you just see in the long run, it's just, you just want to make yourself happy. Sometimes you do actually have to be selfish in these circumstances.
Thank you very much, Stephanie Coker, for being here today.
Me.
Always a pleasure being with you, and I hope Lagos has heard she's single. You can apply with them. Well, like I always say, you can follow the conversation on Twitter at YNiger.tv is the handle. The hashtag to follow is Rubbin Minds. You can also visit the website YNiger.tv. Remember, you've never seen young people talk like this before. I'll see you next week. Oh yeah, your hair. Sorry, she sells crochet braids as well. Follow her at Stephanie Coker.
His wife is getting some. Thanks you.
Just won't work you out. I am ready for your action. Just won't work you out.